So it is the spooky month of October. Actually, it's the end of October at the recording of this, October 30th. I don't know why I didn't think to do this video earlier in the month, but, I didn't. But I wanted to do, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail and or the title of the video, I'm going to be kind of talking about some spooky-ish manga that I feel are really good for the spooky, sort of scary time of the year, or really just any time of the year if you're into sort of gory, horror, creepy stuff. So first one is a manga that I only have the first 3 volumes of, and that I've been meaning to purchase more of for the past few years, but I've never really been able to find any other volumes. I know that there's more than 3, but I've never really been able to find them. I've been able to find the other series, and that is Magical Girl Apocalypse. I think the other series is Magical Girl Cafe, which is like a sort of like this, but it takes place in an internet cafe. But this one takes place in, I believe it follows a couple of school students. So I have the first volume and also volumes 2 and 3. I think I covered this in a video a few years back, but I don't know, I just find it's very interesting. It's very good for if you're into spooky sorts of it's got sort of those spooky visuals to it. You can see there. I don't really want to show too much else because I want people to get interested in new series. If you haven't read Magical Girl Apocalypse yet, or have never heard of it, just the cover art for the second volume is spooky enough in its own right. So that is pretty much that for Magical Girl Apocalypse. I think the other series is Magical Girl Cafe, which I haven't read yet, but I'm pretty sure it's the same sort of premises, and it just takes place in sort of an internet cafe kind of environment. And the second sort of manga, it's not really just one particular manga. It's a manga, or it's manga by it's really just a certain author that has puts out a lot of horror themed manga, and has even had a few of his books and a few of his series adapted into movies and live action, and also an animated series, or a couple of animated movies and a live action movie, and that is Juni Ito, if I can say that properly. Juni Ito is probably one of the more well-known sort of horror manga artists out there and authors. Just that right there is probably enough. I think this is from his more recent work called Censor, which is very interesting. He more or less focuses on the psychological horror rather than the physical grotesque sort of make you wanna kind of jump scary stuff. The artwork that he creates is very interesting, and the stories that he creates to go along with his art is, because I feel like that's what it is. I feel like he makes the art and then he makes the story to kind of go along with the art. And or I don't know how he does. He might do the story first and then come up with the art. But it's just his art is, he has a very distinct art style to him that is very very undeniably his own, like that right there. So if you've never read anything from Juni Ito and you really want to get into the horror manga sort of environment, I would recommend starting with Juni Ito's works. You can really start with any of his books. It's not really a series, it's not like Magical Girl Apocalypse, where you can't read volumes 3 and 4 without having read the first and second volumes. You can really kind of, like, each story sort of stands out on its own with Juni Ito, and that's sort of what I really enjoy about his work. And I've gotten into collecting more one-off mangas that are, or even just, all-in-one editions, or omnibus volumes of mangas. So to collect an author like Juni Ito is very good. And if you are very into, I'm reading Gyo right now, which I think was adapted into Gyo, which was adapted into an animated film, and it's just, he's very surreal. His art is just very out there and very, again, like I said, he has a very interesting style that is very unmistakably his. And I recommend, if you are very much into horror, spooky, anything kind of weird and creepy like that, give Juni Ito a try. So that'll be it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Halloween, and until next time, have a good time.